you are judging
on like a girl standing right in front of center of her.
No. You, because you guys know the pageant stuff, you must tell me. I as a lay person will say, but if I'm judging, I want to see what she's doing before we get creative. If you're saying it doesn't matter, then do the crosses. But again, I'll always say, remember, you're limited to only one camera when they walk down. So it's your call, but as long as the judges don't expect the girls.
That shot is so fire.
Yes. Okay, then do it. As long as it doesn't.
The judges have access, they can watch on the screens if they don't see it.
So I'll make a suggestion. Just Jordan work first, just a bit fast. Can you just slow down just a
Yeah, no, that will get you. How are decisions made and how is a winner chosen? Well, if I knew all of the answers, then the process would not be that fair and discreet, right? Because as a production house, we're not involved at all in the selecting of Miss South Africa, like not at all. Yes, I know majority of the process, and what I can tell you is the scoring is done from the beginning. So by the time it reaches the winning moment, it is an accumulation of scores through multiple challenges from, beginning of crown chases, all once they make it to the top, whatever it was of the year, top 12, top 30, whatever it was, their scoring will be accumulated for it to get to the main night. Now you might be wondering how, but then there's a change of judges. Yes, there's a book. So for Natasha to have been the winner means that her score throughout the entire show, that final percentage became her main thing. So
I think we're not going to be done before 7:30.
Okay.
With the girls.
I sensitized to say 7 for 7:30. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have chat to the auditors, but I need yourself and Steph and Werner to be there with me when we say how are we running today's, because we need to cut it down.
So I don't want a judge's briefing now. I'm glad I'm speaking to you.
Yeah, so I'm saying we need to do that first. We need to be aligned before we do the judge's briefing.
So the judge's briefing was scheduled for 6:30. That's why I'm coming for realistic times. To say, guys, you can hang 10 for another 20 minutes. Then we do the judge's briefing at 7.
The problem is I don't want to make them sit here, wait and be uncomfortable.
Because they're now sitting in
Emerald room. Okay, we can say to them they can come, they can start walking at because how long is the judge's briefing?
It's probably going to be like 15, 20 minutes.
Okay, so they can start walking at 7, get comfortable, sit over here.
I'd rather let them indulge the stage.
Yes, so then we'll do the briefing.
We'll do the briefing here.
So my most important thing is how are we doing this judging? As in, there's certain rounds that the girls are being judged on, but
so
as long as Alina...
From a scoring perspective,
yes,
they must give one overall score tonight. They're not scoring the girls per scene. They are making notes of Lebo's overall performance tonight. Yes. They're making notes of Shanae's overall performance.
So do they know which rounds are going to be... So for example... No. So for example, the mission statement...
Yes.
We're not doing it.
I know. They won't score on that.
Yeah. So can I just get, for time's sake...
Yeah.
The girls say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then walk back.
Correct.
So think about when you write exams at school. There is an exam that counts for 50% of your year mark, and then there are other tests that maybe count for 30% and another one for 20%. So you might think, but I killed these tests. Why did I not win? Well, you killed the test, but they only counted for 30% of the mark. And then this prelim exam counted for 20% of the mark, and you did kind of okay. And then at the exam, it counted for 50% of the mark, and you didn't perform so well. So the person who performed really well, where it counted the most, is the one who comes out tops, or throughout the weeks of crown chases, their scoring was adding up. Now, how are the things kept private? I'll go further back. There are auditors that are a part of the show. Throughout the entire process, even when we come up with ideas about things we want to do with the ladies, they will shut them down so fast because they'll say that the competition is no longer becoming fair, right? Not to say we're going out of our way to make the competition fair. We're just creatives and we want to do cool things. And we always have to bring it back to what does the brand stand for? Is it fair to just judge a lady on X when the competition is about Y? That's what the auditor's job is there for. So on the night, the judges themselves will not know, as in when the winner is announced, they don't know who the winner is. They don't know because they will input their scoring into the laptop or the tablet, and then it collates, and then the auditors have to triple check that, okay, this 5% plus this equals this person. They have to triple check. They have to put the names down. I get sent the names prior to them going on stage so that I can communicate to the technical director. But none of that, as in the names will only get given to us once the envelope is already done. So there's no way that anybody can intercept and change. By the time we are receiving names in the OB van, it is for the director to get the shot, like it's seconds. So when Bonang is already opening the envelope and the director's saying, wait, and tell her to go. But the process is fair, and I can tell you that no one gets an opportunity to intercept a single thing. They don't get an opportunity to intercept. And then also, within the show, my job is also to check in with the auditors. How you doing with time? With the counting, you've got 2 minutes left to tally up the scoring. You've got 1 minute left so that the main show runs to time. But yes, when it comes to decision making, the process is strict and fair. If you're wondering what was different about Miss South Africa this year from Miss South Africa last year, first off, the format was completely different. Crown Chasers happened online. It was short little online episodes, and it was more of a docuseries than a full-on reality show. This time, we had a full-on reality show, 5 episodes where ladies were eliminated. Then last year we started off with the top 10, and the top 10 walked for 3 rounds that they got judged in before eliminations began, which were opening number, swimwear, and evening wear. This year, not all ladies got to walk evening wear because we started with top 7, with the eliminations having taken place during Crown Chasers. So we started with top 7. The 7 ladies walked the opening, they walked swimwear, and then they gave their mission statements in business wear. We didn't formally say business wear, but they were dressed beautifully in suits. And then after that, we started eliminating. So we went from top 7 to top 5. The top 5 then walked evening wear, and they did a Q&A with the judges. Speaking of judges, we only had 5 judges, whereas last year we had 7. So we had 5 judges. And then after the Q&A, we cut down to top 3. The top 3 then all answered the same question, which South Africans got an opportunity to ask that question via Twitter. And then the top 3 were cut down to 2, and then a winner was announced. So the format changed. We had fewer judges this year. If you watch the show, you'll notice that there were more videos. The show was a little bit longer intentionally. We were on time this year, 2.5 hours that we had mapped out. And we also, there are many similarities just in terms of how the opening happens and the ladies introducing themselves with voiceovers. But what we didn't do last year, we didn't bring back anybody. This year, we had our 4 crown chasers, as in the ladies that were eliminated from the show, coming back to the show and coming back in the finale so that they could receive their awards and take a walk for the crowd and their family and their supporters. And then they were up for 2 prizes, one being the Motherkind Fitness Award and the other one being the award sponsored by S3 or SABC3 as it used to be called, and that was for the most voted for of the ladies, and that was the favorite crown chaser. And those are some of the things that are completely different from last year, but you may not have noticed if you're not a follower and if you weren't paying attention. But yes, we did a couple of things differently.